Thank you. I'm 31. Yeah. Yeah. Which means I'm pretty solidly a millennial. That means I'm 99% more likely to have friends and jobs with benefits. And I'm 31, which means I'm pretty solidly in my 30s now. Like last year was the book into the 20s, and this year it's like, all right, I don't know, that might be bad for my knees. Or it also means that like it's a deal breaker now if I have sex with you, but your mattress looks like it might be bad for my back. It's a deal breaker. Yeah. Futon hookups are for your 20s people. It's June. Happy Pride Month, everybody. I'm introverted queer. Anybody else here introverted queers? Yeah, which is kind of a weird thing when it comes to Pride time of year because it's the bright colors. I'm more of a queer anyways. You know, I had like my rainbow shirt. It was muted plaid, but it was still rainbow. I'm introverted queer, which is awkward when I go to like really loud, busy, crowded parades because I feel like we're saying so loud. And yeah, but I'm working on it. I'm super working on it. I'm also demisexual. Is anybody else out there? Demisexual?
I love God.
Yeah. Which is kind of awkward. It's kind of like being a polite vampire. Like everyone expects you to just like be out and super resting and doing thing. And you're like, I'm not wanting you. You just want to get coffee first. Anyways, we have a great show for you guys lined up. And we're going to bring up one of our seasonal Wayward favorites first for you. He is a firefighter. He's been working really hard. The fires are almost got you, guys. Oh, we're getting that. Right? Yeah, very excited. Yeah, the only controlled burns in New Mexico are joints now, am I right? Yeah. I know, this guy's been working really hard for all of us. So give it up for Sam Lynch.
I don't know what people are saying. I'm not a firefighter. I don't have a job. I'm at the point in my life where I keep applying for a new job and no one will take me. I'm just at the point in my life where I want the opportunity to fail the drug test. So guys, I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. Here's a fun fact about Kentucky. When you drive into Kentucky, the sign that says "Welcome to Kentucky" says right below the shape of Kentucky, where mistakes become tradition. It actually says that. Can't argue with me. And yeah, if you notice I said Louisville, Kentucky. If you got a third grade education, you don't get a map. You're like, Sam, let's go to Louisville. You'd be right. Third grade in Kentucky was the 1980s. Before that, you graduated second grade, you joined a coal mine, and they're like, don't join the union. So, my mom, she tried to make holy one time, and she just used an avocado and an onion. I looked at it and I was like, these are my people. This is where I come from. It's called Kentucky guacamole salad. I dated a black girl a little bit, and I was like, we don't have to go to my Thanksgiving. She once saw me put on sunscreen, and she was like, are you okay? It was like baby milk. A white man, I shouldn't be telling you this. I shouldn't be telling you how to do things about your body. I think you're perpetrating a harmful stereotype. Well, at least it won't be a school shooter. So, is anyone, I was thinking about my parents and how my mom's a good mom. I got my first pocket knife, and she was like, I immediately asked for a band-aid. And then when I was 19, I got this Nerf gun. I had saved up my birthday money for so long for it. And I wanted to know how it worked. So I pointed it at my eye, and I pulled the trigger. I didn't really get to see how it worked. I was 19. I was like, Mom, I want to try out for the baseball team. It's like she says, Sam, they cut people from the baseball team. Damn, Mom. And then, You know, she changed course later in life. Too much, I think, way too much. Recently talking about a new job or whatever, so maybe with my career. And I was like, maybe I should take some acting classes. She deserves a fucking Oscar. She didn't miss a beat. That's a great idea, Sam. So a little too far in that direction. Too supportive. And then I think my parents paid for my college, and they're smart people. But as a college-educated man, that was a bad decision financially. I took about 6 years to get a 4-year degree. I took a victory lap, and then I got tired, and then it took me a while to finish the lap. So my dad, we went to Holiday World, and in Holiday World they have free soft drinks all the way. You can have as much as you want, and have to peel on it. And so when we get home from Holiday World, my dad comes in the room. He's like, Sam, I've noticed you've been using the bathroom a lot. You know, you're getting to that age when you start touching yourself. And it made me think, because like, Dad, I just have to pee a lot. And I was like, as an older man, I'm like, father like son. And my dad was like, chronic social masturbator. That's gotta be it. He's like, father like son. It's like a part of some secret long line of public masturbators that goes back from his father to his father to his father. You know, we have all freedom. We will not be silenced, but be quiet about it. So anyone else grow up religious? I did too. And you got me thinking, like, in parts of the Bible, they're like, God is like, He made clothes for people right after He made them. Because instinctually, He was like, fuck, that's not going to look good in 30 years. So I am a wild man firefighter, it's true. But really, I'm a waste of taxpayer money. And in your row. I just a dude who sleeps in a truck and masturbates in a tent. I was standing up my tent further away from everyone else, and the captain was like, Sam, why are you putting your tent up so far away? And I was like, I'm prioritizing my mental health. That's what I'm doing today, guys. Yeah. So I used to have a crazy right-wing roommate, and he told me some crazy stuff. And he told me he was a National Socialist. He's like, I'm not that dumb. I know what that means. It means Nazi. And then, like, QAnon was like pedestrian to him. So what I learned to do is just take conspiracy theories and go further with them. It's like, oh, that election was totally fake. And I'm like, you're right. There's no way Mitch McConnell became senator again. That was me. Rain is just a liberal conspiracy to create more rainbows and make people gay. You gotta take a step further. Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you very much.
Anybody else from rural America too? Anybody else from nowhere? Besides me, Sam? Yeah, fuck yeah. My parents are funny too. My mom thought that a hashtag was a price on food for the longest time. Yeah. My dad went to a Trader Joe's for the first time in his life this past year. He's 78. And I was like, what do you think about it, Dad? And he was like, I don't trust it. And I was like, why? He's like, there's so many skinny people walking in and out. Like, they're barely nourished. Anyways, I don't know. I don't recognize this comic, so I'm going to be pleasantly surprised, hopefully. Sean Lupin. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Nice to be with you. So I recently got really into MMA. Yeah. Methoxymethylamphetamine. Research chemical. I'm kidding. I can never score stimulants because I bother the shit out of speed dealers. I'll be sending them videos I find funny, but they deem incriminating. to me on a piano going,
You got amphetamines. You got.
do you guys know what base jumping is? Jump off a cliff with a parachute. That takes a lot of guts, but I think the bravest people in the world are the ones who wear squirrel suits. Have you seen that?
Hell yeah.
I believe they're called furries. Now that's courage.
For real, they do that?
My favorite place is Joshua Tree National Park.
Yeah.
Joshua trees were named by Mormon pioneers who thought their flailing limbs resembled Saint Joshua, praying to God. Yeah. Joshua Tree is a pretty weird name. Still, the most normal name ever given to anything by a Mormon. You know there's jealous Mormons out there that are like, oh, so we can name a tree Josh, but I have to be Brigham. My dream is to become the goofy spokesman for the National Park Service. Like every visitor center you go to, the orientation video is hosted by me. Like, hey folks, Sean Lubin here with some who-dos and who-don'ts for a fun and safe stay here at Bryce Canyon. Or like here at Grand Teton National Park, we practice leave no trace principles, including proper disposal of your strangled fiance. Rest in peace, Gabby. I am 33 years old, the same age Jesus was when he never existed. As both an atheist and a hippie, I know the proper place for a Bible in the recycling bin. Paper waste.
Yeah, that's what your real drawing is when you run out of
They call me the Dark Knight on stage because I'll make a Christian Bale. I'm in an open relationship. Never got to be a starting pitcher, but thanks to polyamory, I am in a 5-man rotation. Good enough for me. You know who retired with exactly 3,000 hits? My acid dealer. That lazy fuck. I wanted those 30 sheets. No, there really was a Major League Baseball player who retired with exactly 3,000 hits. Does anyone know? Roberto Clemente. Yeah. Didn't quite retire. Crashed his plane into the ocean and died. Makes it kind of hard to get on base. But they immediately elected him to the Hall of Fame. And if you go to the Baseball Hall of Fame, you can see Roberto Clemente's perfectly preserved locker from before the crash. Yeah, obviously since the crash, he's been using Davy Jones' locker. At the bottom of the briny deep. Fitting in for a pirate. I like to drink alcohol. I also really like mushrooms. Yeah. And the two don't have that much in common. Although I have found some similarities. For instance, if I drink too much alcohol, the next morning I'll swear off alcohol. Similarly, if I eat too many mushrooms, the next morning I'll swear off alcohol. I smoke weed. There's two principal compounds, THC and CBD. Now, THC is the more recreational, stony one, but CBD is proven to be a miracle drug. It's been shown, actually, to relieve the symptoms of autism, Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia. Which is great because THC temporarily gives you autism, Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia. Still, though, I think it's ridiculous how marijuana gets thrown together with all those harder drugs in my center console. I need a better stash spot. You guys have been a lot of fun. I'm Seth Lubin. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes.
I know. Yeah.
That's the center console.
Center console, that's right. What else do you guys have here? Yeah, like your hiking jokes. You leave your jokes. kids in lockup out into the woods. And one time I was like, you guys remember what we were talking about last time about taking care of the environment? It was called, and they were like, yeah, leave no evidence. A comedian of Wayward County, please go for Jesse Lee.
I get really nervous when people come up to me and say things like, hey, you know, like, I wasn't there that night, man. That was someone else with your wife. Like, no. Like, no. Jason Momoa. Yeah, Jason Momoa. Come on. Just imagine me with like a harpoon or whatever, right? Trying to pull it off. It's my next password. I used to get a lot of those. It's really just being with long hair. Really generally with long hair. I guess people only know like 5 dudes with long hair in their life. They see a dude with long hair, like, hey, you look like the Undertaker. Yeah, white, long hair. I guess I'm wearing this trench coat every night. People come up to me, and this is the one that I always love. People who are into astrology, right? They love to come up to me and be like, hey, you must be a Virgo, right? Because you love to talk about it. People come up to me and they say, you, like people I don't know, people I'm meeting for the first time, you're a Sagittarius, huh? Okay, the one idea. They say that to me, and it must be because I look like a horse with a waist down.
Yeah, me too.
Well, by which I mean, like, I kind of got the rear haunches of a horse. I love the front feet, but you know, it's kind of like kind of gallop. And when astrology bugs me, I'm not a Sagittarius, I'm a Capricorn. But if you're into astrology, you're going up to people and making like wild guesses. You only get one, okay? You can't go like, you must be a Sagittarius. No, oh, sorry, not Pisces, not Gemini. You get one. There's only 12, right? Eventually, yeah, you probably will. Right? These are stereotypes associated with it. I also don't understand how astrology was created. They call it a zodiac, right? So it must be at least Greek in history. It means like ring of animals, which holds up for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of the zodiacs. But at some point, whoever's going over this shit got bored, right? I imagine they were Greek, they had like an orgy they had to get to, you know, they're trying to run shit like, come on, man, let's come up with 5 more, man. I heard Socrates is going to be there. I want to see his wing. To get to part of it, like, some of them, okay, like Gemini, right, is the twins, I think. Okay. And you know, whoever was thinking about an orgy on the line, right? Like, what's this next one? I'm thinking twins. For the zodiac, Carl. For the zodiac. Try to get together. Yeah, that's what I meant. Twins. Look at them. Look at that. All right. Put that twins. What about that one over there? Oh, you know what I think that looks like? Scales? No. Ooh, scales. Where do you come from? Scales. All right, last one. We got one sometime in like February or some shit. Oh, you know that looks like Jesus hosing everyone down with water after the orgy because it gets hot. It gets sweaty. You know, there's no. I need my notes because I'm not sure what's going on. Just yeah. Yeah. Hey, there's nothing else that. Oh, people also call me out for being a musician, and like I hate that because they're right. But like no one ever fills in the gaps. Like, why do I look like a musician? Like I don't have like there tells you're a guitarist, you have like calloused fingers or something, right? Somebody really observant can see that. But what about this? doesn't say like neckbeard spends too much time playing video games, but actually says has some sort of talent. That's where people, maybe that's what it's code for. You look like neckbeard, musician, that's what it is. Musician. Yes, that's what they're trying to figure out. Like, you look like a musician, am I right? You like to keep it cool, We're all fans of the Bill Show. Rich and whatever, right? That's all I got. Thank you, everyone.
Nice. All right, we're gonna keep it going. This next comic I don't know as well, but apparently he's worked a circuit, but he's new to the Santa Fe venue. So please give a warm welcome to Joel Paya.
Hello. I'm having trouble finding a professional doctor recently. All the ones that I look up online say just in practice. They say that having a Latin lover is a magical experience. But I guess that stereotype actually doesn't hold up in woman-woman relationships. In fact, in those cases, they say it's lesbian. Fuck scientists, am I right? Fuck scientists, yeah. No, but actually, like have sex with them. Like, yeah. Like, they're smart ones. They need to keep their genes in the pool. But also, like, fuck females. But in that case, I mean, they sucked. Mostly just because, like, I think it's just a lack of understanding on my part. I don't get, like, why they don't eat vegetables after you pull the plug.
Nice.
I think that food and drugs are very similar, right? They both make you feel good. Society looks down if you have too much of either one. Fatties, fatty druggies. If you go too long with either of them, you feel like you're dying. But how like society treats them is very different. Like there's no druggy olive garden where you can get endless ecstasy. Or like a druggy Ralph's where you get 8 grand and or like a druggy McDonald's where you can get probably McDonald's, right? I like the meth ribbons, right? Yeah. I personally don't do drugs. But it's not for health or moral reasons. It's just that growing up, I was never offered those. I tend to overplan things. So I have a plan A and a plan B, and I have to take plan Y, 24-hour chemistry, the plan question Y until trying. We'll have to plan Z. You have to plan AA, an AB. You go along those lines, you need to plan parenthood eventually. You ever go, what if plan that into one? That plan's a killer. I think that we should set the abortion age to 18. You can remember that, I think we should abort kids until they're 18. Kids suck, they're the worst. You think well, Johnny's not doing well in school. Next one will be smarter. Sheila, 10th grade, doesn't make first in the cross. Next one will try harder. By this point, I hope it's clear that I am pro-abortion. But to be double clear, I'm not pro-choice, I'm pro-abortion. I think we should abort all kids. If you mix that with the last idea, just think about how wonderful that would be. You don't have to spend money on dumb things like education, but on fun things like fracking. And I know some of you are softer out there. You like to have someone small you can cuddle and hug and play with. Doesn't remind me there'll still be little people out there. You can cuddle and hug and play with them too. Until you get consent, you can have sex with them. So it's just organ donors. You can't live without them. I'm an organ donor. I've also had a kidney transplant. So I wonder if my organ donor is offended that I'm planning to re-gift his kidney. My girlfriend's kind of upset with me that I'm an organ donor. I think she's worried that my heart's gonna end up with another woman. Yeah, she has been eating a lot of like high fat and like high cholesterol foods recently, so she's the one that ends up with my heart. At least that's the reason she gives me after her second cup of ice cream for the day. Open heart surgery is pretty whack, right? And I think that like it's like kind of like a heart to heart from the doctor. But I think that's why therapists call conversations heart to hearts. Is that they can feel like a doctor for the first time in their life. I personally think that therapy is kind of a scam. And like if you do therapy works for you, that's great. Like I don't personally do therapy. It just sort of seems like the therapist gets clients and those clients work. At least everyone I know in therapy is always like, Joel, you need a therapist. Joel, you have court-mandated therapy. Minor male fraud, nothing much. I ran a small prostitution ring in college. Advertised hot young men. There's just elderly women. My girlfriend is in therapy. It's done really well for her. Although it's not that like her mental health hasn't improved, it's just that now she has someone else to talk to. I've been Joel Pine, and I'll continue being Joel Pine. Thank you very much.
Kids. Keep it going. We have another season stream coming up in FDM and Santa Fe, Consume in Albuquerque. This is Million Music.
Thank you. Larry's like, do you want to go next? And I looked at my empty beer, I was like, not naked. So I got it. How are you guys? I'm mentally ill. I'm not mentally, I'm neurodivergent. I don't do well a lot of the time, but it's not because there's anything wrong with me. It's, you know, everything else. Everybody else? I wasn't feeling well today. When I got out of bed, I called into work. You know, and I know tomorrow we're gonna have the conversation, you know, about how like there's something going around, and no, it's not COVID. I'm just, you know, and I can't just be like, yeah, it's called depression. Nobody wants to talk about that, you know. But yeah, I got out of bed at like 2, and I walked into the kitchen and I saw the pile of dishes, you know, and I was like, well, I could do these dishes, and I could feel a little better, and go about my day and like build on that, right? Or I could starve to death, and then I don't have to go to work tomorrow either. So that's, I weighed that for a little while. I'm okay though. I don't know. Anybody else do therapy? Therapy's fun. Therapy's weird. It's kind of like paying someone to be that shitty friend that nobody wants. You know, that one that just tells you all the shit you don't want to hear, makes you listen to it. Like if at least once per session, you don't want to just hit him in the face and leave. You're wasting your fucking money. It's why you're there. It's okay. They have a brick wall behind them too, so it's it's the brick wall that I got my power from. It is. I already got a box. They got to finish the conversation. It's important. You guys all right? You didn't know there was going to be comedy here, did you? You had no idea. It's like, I'm just going to like sit on the stage and have a conversation. Anyway.
Yeah. What's your number?
911.
You're on your shit.
999.
Handle it.
Never mind. And then finish your game.
No, it's okay. You know. Take your time, you don't have to yell over everyone else's set. Like I said, brick walls, they bring out the chores to people. Yeah, you feel strong. It's like that's why I'm in therapy, because I have problems with rage and anger, you know what I mean? the cool thing about it, it makes you feel stronger, you know, than you actually are, like in real life. Like for a second there, when you get really pissed off, you just like, you know, you say shit really loud. Alright. Oh, I couldn't do it. I wanted to burp into the mic. Alright, guys, let's reset. Let's it's Meg's birthday. We're gonna have a roast with him and nobody's doing it. I wrote one roast joke. That's like the only thing I know about Meg. She wrote a script, right? And it's really good. It's a little bit long, but that's to be expected because, as you know about people from Buffalo, they can't get things done in a short amount of time, like 15 seconds. It's not enough time. No one else watches football. That's fine. Her team lost in sports. It's very funny. It's the best roast I got. Oh man, I feel like I had other jokes, but I don't know. I got time figured out. God man, I'm sorry guys, I'm blank and it's been real.
Yeah. No one here is a sports ball person? No? Well, I like football personally, but I'm a Bills fan, so it's like semi-football. At least until like 2 years ago, we got good recently. You guys ever been like the center of a very small center of a Venn diagram and you didn't realize it until later in your life? No, no one? Like my friend, one of my good friends at work invited me to their Queer Blessed show, and I was super pumped about it. And I was like, yeah, my community, my people, and I go. And I was like, when is it? They were like, February 13th, and I was like, but that's the Super Bowl. And they were like, so? I was like, oh, the moment when you realize you're the center of a Venn diagram. They were like, why are you watch football? And I was like, where are the outfits? Anyways, we are going to bring up a very funny, very loud man and drown out the crowd. So good luck, fuckers. All right, Evan Gilbert.
Hey, you guys, give Meg one more round of applause. These flowers are for her because it's her birthday. I embarrass you. Those are for you. Yes, those are your birthday presents from Maryland Common. Yeah.
All the time you want.
I'm here to do a valuable service for all of you. Everybody here in this room tonight. I'm here to dispense some valuable information on how better to eat pussy. Okay? How better to eat pussy. Now, you might be looking at me and think, well, all big middle-aged white guy with mutton chops knows shit about eating pussy. But much the same way that you might look at a mutated teenage turtle and think, what does he know about ninjutsu? I actually know a thing or two. I brought a woman flowers, okay? So I know a thing or two. Now, I'm not going to make this a binary conversation. I have fucked some dudes after I ate their pussy, okay? Yes, this happened. I have sucked on that fucking testosterone clip. It's like a giant thumb. It's fucking great. Now, that being said, I have a little bit of advice for the people getting your pussy ate, okay? Yes, I know. And what middle-aged white guy would I be if I wasn't trying to tell you what to do with your private parts, right? Now, all I have to say is here's how you better, this is how you get your pussy ate better. Find better partners. Now, if you want to know how to find a good pussy eating partner, give them a tongue twister. Now, this is not because you're going to end up doing some Texas tornado kind of bullshit. You're not trying to do a solo on this girl's pussy, right? Like, that's not what this is about. What it's about is stamina. It's about tongue stamina. You have to be able to do this for a long period, and then maybe modulate everything just a little tiny bit. Way. There are 4 key modulation, direction, pressure. right? Right? That is a rhythm. Now, you might be, this is, you get the concern, like, your partner, you know what I'm saying? On the tip of the iceberg here, right? Like, that part of the organ has a lot of other, like, sorry, vestibules. Vestibules? Love that. It's like your pussy has an entryway. It's a vestibule, right? Anyway, where was I going with this?
It moves.
This is all going about like, it moves around though. It does though, right?
Yeah.
It does though. You can be doing the same thing. Now, what I would suggest is when it moves, just go down to that, like honey pot, bring some of that delicious juiciness up to the top. Follow the labia back to where they meet. That's going to be the bottom. You want to go to the just very top of where that part is. And gently, start gently, people. Don't start all fucking hard. Like, if you're gonna even go back to any baseline, go back to gentler, okay? And again, to go back to like, how do you find a better partner? Fucking give them a tongue twister, because mumblers eat pussy like a mumbler, right? There's some marble mouth motherfucker that talk like this. Where you want to go out here? I don't know. What movie do you want to watch on Netflix? He's gonna eat pussy like this. Give that motherfucker a tongue twister. I slit the sheet, I slit, and on the slitted sheet, I sit. I slit the sheet, I slit, and on the slitted sheet, I sit. I slit the sheet, I slit, and on the slitted sheet, I sit. If this motherfucker did not do this, do not fuck them. I'm telling you, this is for your own good. And ultimately, at the end of the day, if they can't eat your pussy for the length I've been talking about it, probably not the right person. And I will leave you on that. I'm entertaining you on 10 minutes.
Other helper, let's see if you got pussy. Yeah. I'm actually offering you a time to talk. Do you want
You didn't touch on squirting.
Tom's
I did not. Squirting. I did not.
Yeah.
That's how you know you did the job right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Half the people in the audience in the last time were like writing it down on their phone. And half the people were like, nah. Speaking of pussies and speaking of football, the way that you win at football is really similar to the way that you win at eating pussy. It's persistent stamina, quick spiral in the end zone, all right? All right, let's get a new face up here. Sasha Chris. Is it I? Chris. I get it. Yeah.
Hello, America. How have you been? Talk to me.
What's up, bro?
It's been many months. Haven't been here. I have not been here since February. I'm very happy to see that you are still crazy. Not much has changed, no offense.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm cold. But is it legal to have guns? Okay, I'm gonna have to use my business. Don't hurt me. No, I'm happy to be here. I was just in Vegas. This was my first time. Anyone Vegas? Yeah. I arrived and I was instantly quarantined with COVID. And what I can say is I have two thoughts on Vegas. I think it should be like Las Vegas. Give it up for some wisdom. You're welcome. Yeah, we should all strive to be more like Las Vegas because it is clear with its values, right? Clear with its values. It is transparent with its values. Right away, come get the drugs, cocaine. Let's eat, have a pussy. It's transparent with its values and it's clear with its values, and I respect that. I think we should all have a bit more of Vegas inside of us. Yeah. With that in mind, I think its values suck. Yeah. And yeah, it's the worst place in the world to be quarantined. Thank you for remembering to laugh. So I just wanted to say hi to you all. It's been a while. I need to find a couple. But more specifically, can you find me a man and a man who should not be together? Please, what's your name, by the way? You don't know your name. Okay, great. Please, find me someone. Present yourself, a man and a man. I need an unlikely couple. Come on, make some applause. It's magic trick time.
That's tricks.
Magic trick time. Tell us all your name. Steven, tell us all your name.
Justin.
Justin, you are a beautiful man. Very well groomed. I respect you. Steven,
Yeah, not so much.
I love you anyways. You're delightful. This is the person to know, by the way, in Santa Fe. Absolutely. I would like to take your friendship. Are you willing to do that?
Absolutely.
How long have you known each other?
6 months? Yeah.
6 months? In America, you get married. That's wow.
Yeah.
6 months. Perfect. I want to deepen your friendship
All right.
because I have a little game here, a little psychological game. And I hope this will be worth it for all of you. These are ways to say hello. On the back of each one of these numbers, there's a different greeting. And I want you
Yeah, I don't want to
to
see him.
choose a number between 1 and 5,
Okay.
and you will not greet Steven in this way. So choose one not to greet Steven. If you mind holding the mic.
Sure.
Today.
Number 3.
Number 3. Are you sure?
I am sure.
You will not greet Steven with a tickle.
I definitely will not.
I don't think that's how tickle is.
It's also definitely not.
I was getting tickled while I wrote this.
Funny enough,
So
that's
you
how they
will
say tickle in
not
Las
tickle
Vegas.
Steven. Steven, I want you to pick a number you will not engage with. Number 1, just like you. So this is what you will not do. You will not give him 100 euros or dollars. Well, this is all a psychological game. I'm guiding your choices. The next one will be a little extreme. Which one are you not selecting? 2, 4, or 5?
5.
Not doing this. You will not be having sex. That could have been fun. One more. Which one are you not, or which one are you not doing? 4. I would have liked to have seen this, a fight. This is like Cards Against Humanity, I just drew it. Instead, though, big round of applause and give me a drum roll. What you will be doing, not to sex, not to fight, not to tickle, give each other a hug. Come on.
Bring it in, bro.
Thank you. That was just cute. I just wanted to play with you.
Oh, don't leave. Oh, okay.
I wanted to let you know that I am still not Timothy Chalamet.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. My sister has a crush on him. Thankfully, not Jason Momoa. But yeah, I'm still not Timothy Chalamet. I'm trying. He speaks French. I learned French. He speaks Italian. The motherfucker had to learn Italian. Man, he's better looking. Women like him more. People are excited about him. You guys haven't applauded me once. I fucking almost had them had sex on stage. And I got but yeah, I'm still not Timothy Chalamet, although I feel like I'm ahead of him in some things. In the movie Call Me by Your Name. Yeah, he has this scene in the movie where he fucks. I did that first. He was smart, though. I chose lemons, and he was ahead of me on that. Anyways, I want to see what you guys. Let's see. Steven, tell me something fun. Don't think of something laughing. We're not all telepathic. How about you? I want you to.
This is how we do Wayward comedy. We just get somebody up there and we say, tell me something funny.
I'm going to create a connection. I want to take this connection further. They almost hugged, they almost ticked, they did hug. I want to take this further. We need to create a bond. So Steven, take 2 steps back. Magic time. Start magician. All right. Careful.
so uncomfortable.
Thank you.
Okay.
Come on. Yes or no, did I just touch you? Yes or no, quick.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Don't say anything. What? How many times did I touch you?
Twice.
Well, it's two separate occasions.
Damn, America, last time you had a better sense of humor. Do I have to like kneel to get some of the blood? Okay, open your eyes. Where did I touch you?
My back.
Turn around, show us. Where?
Right here.
Like this?
Yeah.
Amazing. Can you explain to him what just happened? Did I touch him?
Yes, he tapped the homeboy on the back twice. Like
Tap Steve. How do you feel? Did you really feel me touch you?
Of course I did. I thought you were waving your hands in front of me at first.
I was.
To make sure my eyes were closed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's awesome.
This
Yeah.
was so- I want to do one last thing. I want to do one last thing. Are you willing to engage in one more magical
Of course.
tidbit?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Oh, I'm the chosen one.
You are the chosen one. This is like Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right. You can, okay. I'm going to make you impotent. Now I get laughs. Okay, we need to bring it to penis jokes. You're right. So I'm going to make you impotent. Do you give me permission to make you impotent for like 2 minutes?
Sure.
Okay. No unwanted pregnancies. So I will write. Here we go. I wrote a word on here. Close your eyes for a second. When I tell you to, I want you to open your eyes and remember clearly what you see.
Okay.
Go. Okay, perfect. Keep your eyes closed. I'm going to switch with you. Keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Hold the piece of paper in one hand and the other as well. And hold it this way. Perfect.
Okay.
And I want you to focus on that word you saw that is deeply ingrained in your mind right now. I want you to tear the piece of paper in half. Give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Amazing. You can hold this. How did you feel? What did you experience? Okay, fair enough. That wasn't that. But now we need to try the other way. All right. Keep your eyes closed for a second.
Okay.
And now I make you impotent. Prepare. When I show you the word not yet, I've heard about this exercise in America. You think of your grandmother having sex.
Yes.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, open your eyes. Exactly. I can see you look horrified.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I told you. And now we're going to try the same piece of paper. Keep your eyes closed. Yep. And when I tell you to, I want you to tear it in half. But before, remember that word. Really focus on that word. 3, 2, 1, tear it in half. I didn't say try to tear, I said tear it in half. Okay, stop. Okay, wow.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, yep. Squeak strong. Put this towards you. Put strong towards us.
Okay.
Okay. Do not think of your grandmother being naked right now. I'm sorry for putting you through that agony. Instead, focus on you being naked. You're fine. Tear it in half. Tear it in half. Very good. We're not done. I want to nail the coffin. Very good job, by the way. Please do not sit on too many benches. Take this piece of paper one more time. This will be the weak one. Tear it in half. Wait, no. I want you to really focus on your strength. Gently tear it in half. Very good, very good. And now, try that again. This time you will not be able to. 3, 2, 1, go. All your strength. Really try. See you bend over. Really try to tear it in half. Really try. Really try. Think of your grandmother. Think of your grandmother. Really try. So, you'll be fine. Give him a big round of applause. Yeah. Good deal. Thank you, Americans, for your time. Does anyone have any jokes they want to share with the group before I say goodbye? Or any real confessions? I had sex with my first 50-year-old.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I'm very grateful for that. There's nothing funny. I have nothing funny to say, unfortunately. But I'm grateful for your time.
All right, clap for everybody. You have players knocking those crowds. Nice. All right, our next comedian is coming fresh off of a stint in 3 comedy festivals in Los Angeles, and also opening up for Albuquerque's new comedy club, Right. You all should check out at some point. It's really great. So this is Isabel Madley. Hello, everyone. As you may know, I did just get back from Los Angeles. And I did just perform in Albuquerque, Mexico. It is so good to be with you all, amidst your smiling faces. I'd like to personally thank every one of you for coming out tonight just to honor me. Honored members of Wayward Comedy, distinguished guests, drunks who wandered in off the streets. What is there for me to say? I can't say that I expected this award, but I am not surprised by it, considering my immense talent. What is there for me to say? I can say only that I am deeply humbled by your appreciation and your recognition of my craft. I also have an understanding that there will be a cash prize of about $10 million, courtesy of Thanks Burger. Try the new. Few weeks of world emotions, full of new experiences, tremendous accolades, and great displays of talent, the likes of which you can only imagine. I thank all my people who helped me here today. And I don't mean the cast of the new, eagerly anticipated Werner Herzog adaptation of the classic 1932 film Freaks, in which I will be playing a star in theaters next June. In good conscience, I must give credit where credit due first to Chile Line. Dear Chile Line, who took a chance on an unknown, untried amateur. And to my first friend in the theater, Mr. Evan Gallagher. Dear, courageous, sentimental, want to repay the many others, so many in fact that I could not possibly name them all, because I never learned their names. I will be going back to Hollywood next week to make another film, this time a bold reimagining of the 1996 groundbreaking ecological thriller, Biodome. But do not for a moment think that I have deserted you, Santa Fe, because how could I? My heart is in the Southwest, here among the Chiles, the Huras, and Cerrillos Road. My heart is here. Gas is $7 a gallon there. So I have to replay my heart if you want it. And do not miss me too much. I know it's hard. And I will never again, because after tonight, there'll be another show, and another, for you see, it always has been. Just us, nothing else. Just the cameras, and all those wonderful people. All right, Chile Line. I'm ready for my close-up. No, I'm not done. No, I'm ready. No, I. right. Another person I do not recognize, but he's been here multiple times. Taylor. Yeah, Taylor.
So is anybody having a rough week? Yeah, me too. So last Friday, I got a tooth pulled. When you get pulled, they have very strict for a full week. You can't drink, smoke. There's no caffeine, no heavy exercise. My internet went out, and my therapist is on vacation. I'm raw dogging the world right now. I'm scared that life will get pregnant right now, and we can't have that. What else I got? Oh, I also lost my phone. Okay, so my name's Taylor Cheek. I raised about it. And it turns out that my people were soldiers in England, I think, Wales, whatever. We weren't brave knights. We weren't, trotting into town and people were like, hey. We were the rough and tumble ones that looked haggard. So the name Cheek. So, where am I going with this? It is the tube. Actually, that's what it is. So I'm named for my deformities. That's what it was. Okay, so we were these soldiers, right? So Cheek wasn't. So like you have, do you guys know John? Oh, he's Will Smith. No, not that one. The one with fucking Cheek, because we were covered in cuts. And our face have like these 3 half-moon looking things on it, and you think, okay, is that like Moorish influence, travelers by night? No, it's because they had fucked up underwritten gauze, and they put that on our family crest. So we got 3 underbites on our family crest. On the tradition as we go. What else? What else had I say? I'm just happy to be here, really. Taking up your time. I had something else, but we'll see how you remember it. Let's talk about Nazis. So I've been trying to find a new job, and I started thinking about back in Germany, you'd have people that were like, I'm tired of working at the schnitzel factory, it tastes schnitzel, and I need a better job. So they probably had that mother, or whatever her name is, and she would be like, where you should get a job is you should work for the government. It pays better, has good benefits, gym membership. Just apply. It doesn't hurt to apply. I heard that they have a number cruncher, they do other things with numbers, but that's, and they pay 30 rights marks an hour for working out shirts. Anyway, that's like, I got friends. I don't have those.
Schnitzel is a great word. I had a rough week too, man. Yeah, so the apartment I'm living in now had 2 gas leaks, 2 carbon monoxide leaks, and a break-in the same weekend. So I had to move out. I started to move out. I just found out I got a new place today, which is really exciting. It'll be my 8th place in 4 years here in Santa Fe. So if the punch card system holds true, then only 1 more until the next one's free, right? Yeah. But yeah, the break-in was really weird because he didn't steal anything. He just threw a giant log and a 2.5-foot wooden cross through my kitchen window. Right, during Pride, yeah. Yeah, it was fucking wild. Which is like, Because that's like the laziest exorcism I've ever seen, right? He's like, this bitch might be a witch, so just like put a little patty of Jesus. And it had like a nail hanging off of it too, where someone had it up on the wall and he just tore off, and then a little bit of driftwood was kind of polished. I thought about keeping it. And it was really, it's totally misplaced too, because if I was that powerful, we have a couple of folks left for you, so keep holding tight, keep bearing with us. We got Phil Johnson next. Phil Johnson, everybody.
My name is Phil Johnson. It's nice to have you here. I like that. I think listening to it would help some of your jokes get more tongue in cheek. But I don't often talk about current events, but something happened recently that affects all of us, whether you think it does or not. And I think it's important to talk about. And that is the iPhone came out. Yeah, and our lives got infinitely better, right? I remember when the iPhone came out, I was waiting tables in those fancy downtown restaurants. It was the kind where, like, if you asked for water, I'd bring you a $14 bottle of Perrier, And so this was the kind of place where everybody instantly had an iPhone, and they all put it on the table. If anybody needs a version 1 iPhone, I hear they're selling them really well. Right. I didn't prepare or write any jokes today. Isn't unusual, but you do get a lot of people when they hear you do jokes. They're like, oh, I bet you're going to use this for your comedy joke parts. And I don't think those people understand how jokes work. There's actually nothing funny about mistaking John for Jeff. See? I didn't do that very little. But comedy can be hard because, you see these famous comics who they get in trouble for what you do with your art or in life, but they just got paid $100 million to tell people their opinion. Who are they going to punch up to? The rocket guys? That's about it. It's just the guys who need rockets. Those are the only guys doing better than a comedian who just got a Netflix deal. That's it. So, I thought, well, heck, I'm a complete loser. I could probably punch up with just about anybody. Johnson, you got
Phil Johnson, everybody. All right, keep it going. Who is Brendan Wedner in the house? I want to see you. Brendan. All right, keep going.
Well, hi, this is my first night here doing this. So.
First
Life is hard, man. Life is right. Nobody told us life was going to be this way. Except for the Friend song. The Friend song did kind of warn us. It's that first verse. So I was stuck in second gear. Except for I ride a fixed gear bike, so second gear is actually a step up. I love those Jason Bourne movies. I love them. I do, except they're a little violent. So I can't wait for them to make ones where it's not about like a spy who loses his memory. It's more like a spy in his later years, just has Alzheimer's. Those are going to be the ones that I look forward to. But yeah, I'm really actually an introverted person. I think like many of you, it's not that I don't like to talk to people. I just have a hard time initiating a conversation in public. So now, when I go to Trader Joe's, I just wear one of the box cutters for free so people come to me.
start talking. I'm like, yes, I do know what a cream is. Do you like it sour? You shouldn't, because you shouldn't eat sour cream. It's in the name. So nobody should eat sour cream. It's weird, right? It is weird. It's sour cream. Why would you eat that?
I like sour.
I don't like it. But I do like birthdays. I like birthdays. It's Meg's birthday. Happy birthday. And I like birthdays because I'm selfish. Birthdays are all about you. You know? Christmas is about presents and family. Thanksgiving is all about food. Halloween is all about pink and cosplay. Birthdays are about you. You know, you can be a very mediocre person, and they're still gonna sing a happy birthday at Red Robin, or whatever that song is. You know, you could crash an entire litter of puppies into a short bus, and they will still sing that song to your face, because it's your birthday. And I also just recently had a birthday. I turned 35. But yeah, it's weird getting older because like my girlfriend bought me underwear, which is not like a sexy gift. It's the kind of underwear that has a drawstring for your PG-13 parts. So I have to wear a belt and a drawstring now because I'm getting old, and that is like super depressing. Super depressing. Yeah. They make jokes about getting old, and it's real. Like, my bones are just, like, turning to critical red. Like, one tap of the spoon, and I'm the villain of it in my show. It's awesome. But, yeah, I mean, birthday parties are really fun. I think it's all about the party. So, the birthday party was actually invented by Egyptians. It was the crowning day for the pharaoh. Greeks brought, they brought the cake, Romans brought the presents. I think you can safely assume that the Catholics brought the birthday spankings. And somewhere along the way, they introduced, birthday lap dances, which I don't know where that came into play, but I'm for it. I went to a strip club in Albuquerque for my birthday, expecting like maybe some kind of coupon or something. Turns out everything's already half off. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have been to a strip club in Albuquerque. They were a little rough. It's like in Ponderosa, a part-time job. Like, I went in there and the girl had a black eye. I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "Ask the bouncer." Turns out the bouncer is there to protect you from the dancers. Yeah. She asked if I wanted to lap dance. I said, "Take it easy on me." They asked also, like, "Do you want red or green?" Because it's New Mexico. That was a little weird. Like, "I'll take Christmas." It's not what I thought. Turns out you just get Pepsi and clap. Which, the clap isn't too bad. It's actually more applause than I'm used to. It's totally fine. But, yeah. I don't know, man. Birthdays are great. I think everybody should have one. If you haven't had a birthday yet, well, at least you know how you're going to die, because you're definitely going to be like going out in an active shooter situation. Even John Wayne Gacy likes birthdays, or did. I mean, he dressed up as a clown and then blessed the birthday. So, okay, it's dark. I understand. There's a show about it on Netflix. I don't have a joke about it. I just like to know who's hot because you're who I have to look out for. People are taking notes. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard for him. It's hard for a lot of people. Life is hard, man, except unless you're a Gyllenhaal. I don't know what those fucking families are doing, but they're doing something right. I like to imagine that there's like a black sheep in the Gyllenhaal family, like who just like hates family gatherings. They all get together and they're just like, "Oh, hey, Brian." It's like, yeah, no, I know, my movie's coming out, it's pretty cool, but yeah, what's new with the deli counter in Las Cruces? Oh, yes, Turkey. It is a country, yeah. Quit stealing dad jokes. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so I can say you don't know, but there's those games now that like make you come in 40 seconds. Yeah, and they do. I was shocked. My girlfriend makes an improvement. She doesn't like She's like, oh, you're gonna be the banker? Oh, you're gonna go to jail and I get a house? Oh. That's just the weird thing about getting older, you know? It's just, I don't know, they never told you that life was gonna be this way. But anyway, I have a few more jokes, they're all long forgotten, like the second verse to that first song that we never got to. So thank you, and I hope you guys have it.
You know, we're sure closing out our turkey and trying to really all the sour cream or dairy products. All right, keep it going for a really short set from your comedian Mo.
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're rocking.
My girlfriend just had a birthday. So, I paid for her to go to this fancy resort house with her kids. That was kind of fun. And, I remembered everything I needed to bring except for the directions on how to get there. So, I sort of remembered kind of how to get there, you know, and I'm not very good with cell phones. You know, I'm an engineer, but I don't get cell phones for some reason. And so I'm driving up there, and I made the mistake of punching in the address. So I've got the steering wheel with my right hand. I've got the cell phone with my left hand, and the cell phone keeps on dying on me. So I have to take my hand off the steering wheel to make it keep on going. So I started kind of freaking out in the car, driving up at Taos. And so I thought, I better call the resort, and they're gonna have to bring me in, you know. So I call the resort, and I say, look, I'm kind of freaking out over here. I need your help. I'm gonna die in an accident. I got the cell phone in my left hand. I got the wheel in my right hand. I keep on having to take my hand off the wheel to touch the cell phone. I'm freaking out here. I'm gonna die in an accident. I don't know what to do. I need you to help me. And she said, she had this kind of mysterious, hypnotic voice. And she said, you are not gonna die today. I said, I'm not. She says, you are not lost. You are here. I said, what? I'm here? She said, yes. She says, this is Taos. Taos is mellow. People are mellow. It's going to be okay. I said, really? She says, I know where you are. She says, put the cell phone down. And she guided me in. You know, I just did what she told me to do. You know, I had to cross 63, turn around you know, I basically had to make a loop to get back to the resort. And, you know, that was kind of amazing because I was sort of freaking out, and she just kind of brought me in. I met her later. I said, you know, I wish I could have you in my head like all the time. Because I was having a little bit of a panic attack there. And she said, we all do. That's it for me.
All right, we're really running down the home stretch. Thank you for staying with us this whole time. Hi, Jen. All right, we're bringing up Ryan Lawless, another classic Wayward comedian. Ryan Lawless, everybody.
Happy birthday. It's a birthday, man. It's a birthday. You're gonna party like it's your hosting. Your birthday. It's your birthday. All right. Let's start off some jokes. Hey guys. I like this table that just left. I was gonna have some jokes, but they gave some digits out, and I did not get those digits. Apparently, they're going somewhere else.
It was 914.
Fuck! God damn it! All right. Someone said to me, "Do you like that song, The Beatles or John Lennon, like Imagine all the people. I started crippling inside. I'm like, no, I can't imagine. Don't do. Why would you do that? All right. It gives me anxiety. Also, someone asked me the other day, they said, how does it feel like when no one comes to your show? And I said, imagine all the people. I'm trying to, I can't remember, fart, dog, I can't remember the word for that. And, breathe. Okay, all right. So anyways, I was gonna breed some dogs, and they say Labradors. This is what I'm joking better. Labradors are good at swimming, right? Yeah. But poodles aren't. Well, let's just go with the fact that they did it, right? Then I can continue on with this joke that I thought was funny. I was in shock. I just figured the poodle's hair would like shrink, you know what I mean? Like, all right. So I want to get into Labradoodles because they'd be like the Michael Phelps of dogs, you know? Just smoke weed with that dog all the time. And I'd be like, hey, you're the dog. And they'd be like, yeah, you're the man. You get me. That worked. So current events are going on, right? Yeah, the whole abortion thing, but I'm going to touch on that light. I was in West Indian, like, it feels like illegal to have abortions there. All right. You don't like the Midwest as much as I don't like the Midwest, so I was just thinking, well, that could be a good thing. I don't know. All right. So anyway, let's just move on to that. I got so everybody. How's an elephant hide a dead mouse? How? In his trunk. Oh shit. Where does he go and bury it? In an elephant grave. Get it? 'Cause these guys on the graveyard. That was a Lion King reference. Oh god damn it, that was fucking golden, bro. Alright. My last name is Lawless, as you heard, and I'm trying to start my own businesses like locksmithing. But I created the name with it, Lawless Locksmithing. Okay. I'm honest. Alright. Also, I thought about another job, Lawless Transportation. Yeah, alright. That doesn't work either. Alright. Did I do my lab? Alright, cool. My name's Brian Lawless.
Brian Lawless, dog farmer extraordinaire. You better farm the dog. All right, we are really getting close here. Terry. Give it up for
Another one, I just want to talk about the magician,
Yeah.
Sasha. Did everybody like Sasha? Yeah. He made that cute announcement at the end that he had sex with a 50-year-old woman. That's me.
Yeah. It was great.
I'm just kidding. I'm not really 50. 65.
What?
65-year-old lesbian.
Nice.
It's still great, right? Still great. I'm just with Sasha's, I'm not a comic, but I wanted to get up and say that because I thought it was funny. So I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm a physical therapist. And you know, Sasha, he's 25, he had his growth experience at 25 with a 65-year-old lesbian. So when it was good, hey, good to see you. You got nothing on me. So, I did appreciate how you broke it down, though.
Sit down, be humble.
Sit down. Be humble.
No.
Anyway, I had a growth experience when I was 25, working as a physical therapist. And I'll change some details so nothing is revealed. But I went to see a patient. Sometimes physical therapists go to people's homes. And I went to a home, and there was an elderly man there. And I went in, and I said, "Are you ready to walk?" And he said, "No, I'm not." And he just was stoic about it. And I said, "Why not? Why not?" He said, "I'm not ready." So I looked around, and there was like a whole row of model cars, like just pristinely assembled model cars along this one shelf. And then I looked around, there were other shelves of model cars. And he said, "Did you put all these together?" And he goes, "Yeah." He was really proud of himself. I said, "Well, what? They're amazing." And I looked at him, and I tried to warm him up so that I could get him to walk. And he said, "I can't walk because my mouth is dry, I'm not a comic." Anyway, he said, maybe it's a funny story. So he said, "I can't walk because I fell." And I said, "Oh, I think I need to call 911. And he said, "No, you can't. I refuse. Don't do it." And I said, "Okay." I looked around a little more, and I saw model planes in another place. And I said, "Did you put those together?" And he says, "Yes." And so we talked about planes for a while. And I said, Do you want to try and get up?" And he said, "No, I can't." I said, "I'll call 911. And he says, "No, you can't, because they'll come and they'll take me, and there won't be anyone to feed my cat." That's sad. And I said, "Honey, I'll find someone to feed your cat, and if I don't, I'll come and feed your cat myself." And he says, "Okay, but I want to try to walk. Maybe I'm not really hurt. But my walker is in the next room." And I said, "Okay, I'll go get it." And he goes, "Wait, before you go in there, there may be some things in there you don't want to look at." Okay, I won't look. So, but I was really intrigued, so inside I was like, "Yeah, there's some things I don't want to look at." So I walk in there, and I stood and I looked around, and I kid you not, people, from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, on every wall, and then all the way across the ceiling, there were 1970s photos of wide open beavers. And some of them were just the beaver. Yeah. Anyway, some of them were just the beaver, and some of them had, women's faces and really big curly hair, long beads, and I was just like, "Wow, this is so amazing." And what did I think? I was like, oh yeah, I was like, okay, there's the walker. Now, how long can I stay in here without it seeming like I wanted to stay in here? I could see as much as I could. I just stood there and I jumped, and I was like 30 seconds, a minute. Oh, fuck it, just stay. I was just looking at it, like, not because it's like, oh, this is really hot, this is so amazing. Like, so after some time passed, I got another thought, which is, what am I gonna say to him when I come back out? Because you just sit there like I fell down, and you know, what am I gonna say? How am I gonna make him not feel bad? I'm gonna make him not feel bad, and how am I not gonna like make myself not look, you know, like a prude or too excited or whatever. So I come out the walker, and I said, and he goes, hey, hi. And I go, wow, that was amazing. And he's like, really? And I go, yeah, I've never seen such a huge, extensive collection of 1970s porn before. And he was just like, I know. You know, and he was just like, he was thrilled. And we like talked about it for a while, and it was so beautiful. He wound up having a broken foot. I had to call 911. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So that's my story.
And keep clapping if you have your own paper room. You know, yes. Everybody needs a paper room. All right, we're really close to the end. We have one more stand-up comedian for you, and then we have a little treat from some of our comedians afterwards. But our last stand-up comedian of the night, all the way from Arizona, yes? Yes. This is Chrissy. Chrissy, wow, you guys made it to the end of the night. I'm so proud of you. Some of you are still here. Sam from Lowville is still here. I still can't get it right. Shit. I sold posters there, and students were coming up to me at the University of Lowville, and they were like, do you have any posters of Lowville? And I'm like, I thought I was a musician. And then they're like pointing at the you know, like the landscapes and cityscapes in New York. They're like around here, like on day 4, I was finally like, oh, I thought I was in Louisville. I guess I'm in Lowell. I can't fucking sing it. God damn it. Oh well. So am I the only one single and swiping my life away on Tinder? Anybody else? Okay, good. Okay, so we're all shopping for people online. It's weird, right? You're just like, no. It's actually the way girls do it. Guys just swipe right on everybody and like sort out their matches later. Or if they have money and a job, they just, you know, pay the app to like do their bidding for them, outsource that shit, right? But girls, like, we're different on this. For one thing, we're not paying for a dating app, okay? We don't need to do that. And also, we take our time. It's important. We like consider. We're like, no, it's more like clothing on the rack, you know? We're shopping for clothes. We're like, no. Maybe? No. Ooh, who's this? I want to wrap this one around my body. And then you try them at the bar, and they're like, yes, I've been hiking the AT for the past several months. Most people, it takes them 7. I did it in 5. It's been a real trip in the city, you know, haven't really been talking to any other humans. And it's like, oh man, I'm not gonna make it through this beer, gotta throw the one back on the deck. But, you know, we all have our issues, our isms, you know, it's just a matter of like, which ones can you live with? For me, the real deal breaker is when their penis doesn't work. Like, that's the big one, you know? And if that's you, if you're like silently like, oh shit, that's my problem, don't worry, I have really good advice, okay? I want you to go out there and get yourself a really good sex book, complete with detailed drawings of a female anatomy, or just talk to this guy, and study and get really good, become a cunnilingus master, because when like she's lying there in total bliss mode, like floating above her body, like, is this what enlightenment feels like? Like, penis and vagina sex, the furthest thing from her mind, believe me. Unfortunately, that was not the strategy of the first guy that I tried to date whose penis didn't work. Like, his way of dealing with his erectile dysfunction was just to like pretend that it didn't exist. Like, it's just not a thing. Like, he's just like trying to like shove his like flaccid penis and trying to be totally, oh yeah. But I liked this guy in other ways. Like, he was fantastically nerdy, and I was really into it at the time. Like, he was really into science. He was also really into acid. And he was so into acid, like he would just like do it casually. Like he would just like drop acid and just like go for a run around Brewery in Seattle. And I was like, maybe the acid has something to do with it. So I start researching, I start Googling, I'm like, erectile dysfunction and acid. And then turns out there's totally a connection. It's like Coke dick. Yeah, so I like this guy, right? So I'm like, I think it's worth it to like have this sit down, right? So have this sit down, and he's like, no, actually, it's because I've been doing a different drug to prevent my hair from falling out, right? Male pattern baldness. I'm like, okay, for one thing, you are vain and pathetic. And for two, you have your priorities wrong. Because I have had incredible sex with bald guys. Like, a lot of people, to be honest, some of them happen to be bald. I'm not going to discriminate unless your penis doesn't work. But like, out of all the guys that I've had sex with, okay, slut shaming ain't a thing in 2022, right? Out of all of those guys, this penis not working problem happened exactly one other time. And when we had to sit down, because I like this guy too, he was a really fun dancer. He would take me to these like awesome like train car disco dance parties in Seattle. It was so much fun. It was so good. But yeah, his excuse was that he meditated too much in college. He was a philosophy major, true story. So apparently, like every time, any like sexual thoughts entered his consciousness, he would just, channel the energy up through the chakras. And it's just all in his head now. And I'm like, what do you say to that? Like, dear enlightened one, it's time to come down to earth for some human pleasures. It's like, I couldn't bring it down. He couldn't bring it down. For all I know, all that sexual tension since college is still stuck in his head. It's really sad, right? Well, that's all I have about erectile dysfunction. I know it's a lot. I hope this has been an illuminating and educational experience for everybody. You guys have been a great audience. Thank you so much. Bringing you the science behind acid classes. Yeah. Personally, I think there should be more classic dicks in the world. Classic is, am I right? I think if every person with a penis was like 20% more flaccid most of the time, we would get so much more done in the world. Yes. Thank you. Flaccid dick. Thank you. It's gonna catch on tonight. I'm gonna do it every night until it catches on. The last thing we have for real, thank you so much for being such a good audience. Please give yourself thank you so much to Laura for having us, to Wayward for having us, to Chili Love for having us, but to Wayward for being as well. You can find us here every week, Wednesday night at 8. You can also find us doing television shows once a month, and occasionally in Albuquerque. But the last thing is we're going to bring up a couple of our comedians, and they're going to do an interactive improv game with you all as an audience. Yes. It's fun. So we got Emily Albert, we got Jesse Lee, we got Phil Johnson, we got TJ Jones, everybody. All right.
Good evening again. Hello. Tonight we're gonna play a little game for you guys, a little live game. Yeah! This game is called Six with Me.
Okay.
Anybody interested?
No, you're a Capricorn.
So let me explain the rules of the game. One of us will take a suggestion from one of our lovely audience members here, and one of us, and all of us, will relate to you why such a suggestion is like having sex with us. So, like, if you were to give me banana, I would say sex with me is like a banana, because people find it very appealing. Yeah. They won't be that bad. So, could I have a suggestion from the audience, non-sexual in nature? Podcast. Sex with me is like a podcast because you'll hear me talk a lot.
Sex with me is like a podcast because it's boring and it takes way too long for it to be over.
Sex with me like a podcast, because there are just too many opinionated bald men involved.
Sex with me is like a podcast because it goes deep and it puts that ass to sleep.
Sex with me is like a podcast because everyone has a these days.
It's like a podcast because of all the cameras and microphones that I put up everywhere.
Sex with me is like a podcast because it involves a lot of beardy men who think they're more talented than they are.
Another suggestion, please. Another one. Any suggestion?
Wacky inflatable balloon. Sex with me is like a wacky inflatable tube man because it starts out like this and then it ends up like this.
Sex with me is like a wacky inflatable tube, man, because it happens in a lot of parking lots.
Okay, another suggestion, please. Phil nailed it with that one. Flowers.
Sex with me is like flowers, because it doesn't really matter how they look, but it's important how it smells.
Sex with me is like flowers because you can get it pretty much at any traffic light you stop at.
Well, sex with me is like flowers because I only get it on special occasions.
Sex with me is like flowers because to get to the best part, you have to open the petals.
Sex with me is like flowers, 25 cents on the street.
Sex with me is like flowers. There's a plastic bag involved. I'm not going to explain it.
Another suggestion, please.
Vatican.
Squirt gun. Let's go squirt gun.
Sex with me is like a squirt gun. I had more when I was a kid.
Sex with me is like a squirt gun because eventually it starts to leak.
Sex with me is like a squirt gun because to get it to go off, it needs a lot of pumps.
Can we get another suggestion? One more. We'll do one more.
Sparta.
What was it? Veganism.
Sex with me is like veganism, because everyone hates it.
Sex with me is like veganism because if you're covered in fur, I'm going to throw blood at you. Like she said, don't keep shaming.
Sex with me is like veganism because there's no sausage involved.
Did you take Evan's class? That's why he's got all the microphones and cameras, you know, sells it.
All right, I want one more.
Bill Collins.
Phil Collins.
Oh,
Phil Collins. Sex with me is like Phil Collins because you can feel me coming. You're here tonight.
Sex with me is like Phil Collins because it involves a bald Talent, this motherfucker.
Sex with Me is like Phil Collins, everyone's dad's favorite.
Sex with Me is like Phil Collins. It was better when there was another guy involved in the same.
Sex with Me is like Phil Collins because it's mostly about that heavy beat solo.
Sex with Me is like Phil Collins because I included it in my game.
Sex with Me is like Phil Collins, but it was better with Peter Gabriel.
Sex with Me
Nobody
is...
got that joke at all.
Yeah, I always said that. Sex with Me is like a sledgehammer.